Hey everyone, it's Melanie, SheShed Scrapper. I am back with a design team layout for the scrap room using this month's sketch. I showed it kind of a little bit beforehand. There are 3 photos and then kind of a circular element with the title on that circular element. I am using the summer break part or collection from Echo Park from the Flavors of the Month kit for this month, and I just think it's such a fun collection. I am actually going to bring in this cardstock from my stash and use it as a border around this busy pattern paper that I am going to use for my background paper. I don't usually use a pattern paper like this for my background because it does make it a little bit more difficult for the photos to pop. So I really had to be strategic, I guess, in how I placed the photos and maybe how I mapped the photos to make sure that they don't get lost in the busy pattern paper. In the sketch, I would say the 3 photos are about 4x4, but I could not really trim down the 1 to 4x4. And I guess that's really the nice thing about a sketch is that you can follow it as closely as you want to, or you can stray from it and just get, that little extra inspiration that you might need. So for the 2 photos on the right, I am just going to stack them one on top of the other, leaving a little white border around all of them just to, break them up just a little bit. And as you can see, this is not the first layout I have created using this collection. So my layouts are a little out of order this month, but that's okay. You kind of get the idea of what is included still. So I am using that kind of teal paper to border those 2 photos again, just to, again, give it more of a solid background and help those photos pop a little bit. I am double matting the single photo too and using a blue piece of cardstock from my stash. You will see me bring in different pieces from the embellishment kit add-on and the pattern paper kit add-on, as well as maybe the Shots of Life pocket page kit as well. I am going to be using this circle as my template. I think these circles are actually meant to be used to kind of round off your titles, but I use them as a template all the time for circles. So because I freehand this circle, I am going to distress the edges with my Sizzix distressing tool. I just am not a good freehand cutter, and so this just helps hide any blemishes, I guess, is what I like to say. So I am going to distress those edges, and then this will be kind of in the bottom left of the layout, and that will house my title as well. So you can see the sketch on the far right of the video right now. There's also a Freaky Fast Friday formula that you can follow. And then if you, I believe, purchase or subscribe this month, you get the cut file at the bottom as well. So now that I kind of have an idea of the photo placements and the placement of the circle, I will commit to that and then get to embellishing, which is always the fun part, right? This is just such a fun collection, and there were actually quite a few embellishment pieces that really captured and went with my photos really nicely. So this was a summer break that my kids went to my in-laws for quite a few weeks. So this is kind of just a snapshot of photos that my mother-in-law sent me of them doing different things. So the top left, they got to sleep in a tent in the house. The top right are they're all eating ice cream, and then the bottom are just them in their PJs. So just kind of a collection of those weeks. And I did decide to move my title over to the far left of the circle and left that space open so I can journal about the photos. So summer break is my title. And then I believe even in the sketch, there was an arrow. So I used the little arrows from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I believe that was part of the embellishment pack. I could be wrong, but I know it wasn't part of the flavors of the month. The flavors of the month embellishments are those 2 sticker sheets on the left-hand side of the page right now. So I really did try to use those particular stickers and kind of try to use those maybe more so than the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So I brought in the tent. I would have loved to have the tent up by the tent photo. However, I just felt like it looked better down on the bottom of the page, and so I added that down to the bottom, layered some jacks and some chalk, and just really had a lot of fun with the different embellishments from this collection. Added some hopscotch, and at the top, roller skates and a radio. Lots of great layering pieces with this collection. And then I added a star to the title as well, added the TV at the top, and then in the sketch there was an element in the top right of the layout, I guess, with a circular element. So I found some ice pops, which I thought were so cool, and that little circular element that said "Let's cool off," which was perfect because they were having ice cream. And then I'm just going to finish it off. I actually had the puffy stickers left over from the cut and paste collection. And so I did end up adding a couple of those stars to the title as well. But really, that's going to just about finish off this layout using this month's sketch. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and definitely check out these kits. I know that they tend to sell out. So if you see something you like, definitely grab it before they're all gone. This was a really fun month of kits in the flavors of the month kit. I loved all of them and loved creating all of them. I have actually dug into them all, and yeah, it's just the beginning of the month, so I think you guys will enjoy them all as well. I forgot, I did add a couple of tags to the bottom. In the sketch, they actually had what looks like pattern paper ones, and I did not incorporate those, but there were 2 sticker ones, so I added that to the bottom of the circle, and then added a phrase sticker over top. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.